One of the most important thing, if not the overall important thing, when you are looking for job is your CV. We also call it your resume. So your resume must stand out if you are looking for job. You have been applying for jobs, not getting response, going for interviews, even online, offline, physical. You have not been getting job. The simple thing is your resume or your CV does not match the job description. So how do you make a good CV that is irresistible and that fetch you job? In this video, we are going to be talking about how to create such a CV. Your CV must match the job description, and that is what in today's video I'm going to show you step by step with practical, showing you my own CV that has given me more than 10 jobs in the past 3 years. So let's dive into the practical aspect and I will show you how to create your CV. Alright, so this is my CV. You can see here that has given me more than 10 jobs in the past 3 years. This CV matches the ATS method, and I'm going to show you how I made it. So you can see the first thing you are seeing here is my name, 3 complete names in cap lock, and the next thing you are seeing is my location. This is my location here. The next thing you can see is my phone number. The next you can see is my email, and the next you can see is my LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn profile is very important. You can't get a professional CV without a LinkedIn profile. It's not professional at all. So all these things in one line, not keeping them aside, no, in one line. And then the next thing here is personal statement or your objective summary. This is where you summarize your skill, what you can do. All right, you summarize what is your objective as a social media manager, what is your objective as a content writer. So you can see I say creative and result driven social media manager with over 5 years of experience developing engaging content and driven brand growth, etc. All of that. And I say skill, I am skilled in optimizing digital presence and all. So the one the person is able to read this, he will know what you are all about before it even begins to go down. Now, the next very important thing is your experience. This one matters the most in your CV. This is your experience, and this is how to write them. You don't just write them anyhow. This is how to write them. You say number like I work for a Mayo clinic in UK, Florida. So I work as a remote and as an intern. I was just paid small in 2019. So this is the experience. In as a social media manager, what do I do? So I said I increase social media engagement by 40% over 6 months. By I did so and so. By I accomplish the method is I accomplish X by doing Y through Z. This is how it is. I increase social media management. That's I accomplish in 6 months by creating and sharing content to the patient and second. So I accomplish X by doing Y. So that's how it is. The next one is I boosted clinic appointment bookings by 25% through this. So you have to give the result you do and what you do to get that result. That's what you are going to do under the experience. This is how to write it. Very important. I accomplish X by doing Y through Z. So that's the method you're going to use. And so I work for legit.com as well as remotely. This one also was an intern, social media manager. I was creating their videos, publishing on their Instagram and Twitter particularly. And then they have some who were managing their Facebook. So I was not in charge of their Facebook. We have a where we log. So I managed Adi Fashion Culture as a community and social media manager. I increased their online sales by 30% within 3 months by revamping by you see, so you accomplish also turn by when the employer sees this, he knows that you know what you are doing. He's seeing result and he's seeing the method. So you are giving them the method, the result, and the method you use. So that is very important. If you have any international experience, you can also add it, which is very, very important. But not really doesn't matter anyway. But if you are applying for jobs in UK or outside the country, you can actually put one of these experience. None of this is forced. If you want to force your own, that's your business. But my own is not forced, it was practical. I work with Eric Parker, Eric Parker, one of the most famous person on LinkedIn, but it was remote and it was also an internship. So this then before you now mention your education. So you see that most of the CVs you see, you first of all see education where they start talking where you get went to primary school, secondary school, and all of that. Those things are not needed. Like in this CV, there is no place here where I put that I went to secondary school or primary school. No. But if you have not gone to university, you can put the highest place where you have gone to school, either a secondary school or if primary school is the highest place you can put it. But since I've gone to university, university is my highest school education, so I put university here without putting secondary. The reason is because once you put university, everybody already knows that you pass through secondary school, you pass through primary school. All right, so that there's no need to bombard your CV with it. And then the next one is, what are the skills and the interests? Now, let me tell you something under the skills. The skills and the interests you're going to put should be particular to the job, or to yours, to the skill you are applying for, or to what you know, or to the job you're applying for. For example, if you're applying for a content writer, you can put one of the skill, like SEO, you have SEO expertise. All right, you have writing skills. So that's how it is. If you're applying for a HRO job, you can say you have a flair for managing human beings. All right, so let the skill be tailored to the job you are looking for. All right, so that's what we have here. Brand management, that's social media, manage people's brand. All right, and then communication, I know how to communicate as a social media manager, so that I can manage engagement and all of that. And then we have time management, and so this is skill and interest. And then if you have ever undergone any project before, you can also put it here. Like, I'm a social media manager, and then there's one of the company I was working for. The MD just came up and say he want me to run an advert that was worth over 2 million naira. And then he gave me the project and told me the target sales. That's a project. I completed the project and we got the number of sales he wanted. And so that's a project. You can also put it here, so that when the employer sees it, they know that, oh, if they give you a project, you can be able to handle it. So you put your project. I've put fashion brand digital launch, and then I launched a digital project, a digital. I launched a brand for people on social media. I create their presence and all of that. Those are projects. And then leadership and involvement. If you don't have leadership or involvement, please leave it. But me, I have. That's why it's here. So if you have anywhere where you have demonstrated leadership, right, you can actually put it here. So I've been a departmental president from university. I've been a secretary in my National Association of Microbiology. I'm a microbiologist, all right? So forget the fact I'm a content creator and I'm a tech guy, but I started as a microbiologist. So I was a youth president in my local government, and then community peace settlement and all of that. And then the last thing is languages. How many language can you speak? English. What is the level of the English? Full proficiency, or lower level, or bilingual, or etc. So then I now have better, which is my local language. I can speak my local language completely, and I can also speak English fluently. So that's why I put. If you have more, if you can speak French, why not put it here? Put it. If you can speak Spanish, put it here. All right. So it also helps you. And then the references. Sometimes you put references, sometimes you don't put, but professionally allow them to now ask you. That's why I put here available on request. So this is how a professional CV. Now let me tell you this book. All right. So you have seen how a professional CV is supposed to run. Now let me tell you how to edit it. So you can actually do this CV from Google Docs, or you can even do it with MS Word. But the best to use is Google Docs. So go to Google, type Google Docs. If you have an account, sign up. If in fact, if you have an email, you already have Google Docs. So do it, and then step by step like that. If you want me to show you step by step how to create it, please tell me in the comment section, and I will show you that. And now the second pro tip is that your CV must not be more than 3 pages, at most even 2, sometimes even 1 page, because a hiring manager does not have all the time to sit and read out your listing. And also, don't over exaggerate what you don't have experience on. Leave it like that. You must have to be very truthful. So that is how to write a good CV. Create a CV like this. I'm going to put this CV on the listing for you to edit and do all of that. So if you have any question, you can ask in the comment section. But please help me subscribe to my channel, help me like my post, and help me share my post.